Hey everybody, this is General Katarn and I am back and I am going to review my lightsaber after finally releasing the cut where I made repairs to the saber. Now some things have changed. I've explained that in the other video. By the way, sorry, if you're new to this channel and you're thinking what the hell is with this guy's voice, uh, I was kind of sick. I still am kind of sick, but I still want to share my enthusiasm. So, to everyone that knows my channel, that knows me personally, they know that this is a personal project of mine that I came up with exactly 10 years ago from now. Exactly on this day, on 2009, on the 25th of April 2009, as you can see here on this paper, okay, I created this lightsaber. Now, I had a different name for it. I called it Foresight. But I decided to go with Prodigy because of my previous channel name, the Prodigal Legion 723. So this is the concept art of it first, and this is the final product. Now there are a few differences, but basically my lightsaber has stayed true to the original facade of the drawing that I made. I was still in high school, and I had a dream one day that I might build this, and here I am today 10 years later, and I'm holding the very concept that I kept alive for 10 years in my very hands. So, I'm a very happy fan. Part of being a fan is when you actually get to fulfill your fantasy of owning a sci-fi prop, or meeting a actor, or going to convention and doing a cosplay and having a good time, basically enjoying what you do and wishing to achieve what you want. And as a lightsaber collector, I already have Luke Skywalker's Episode 5 lightsaber, Empire Strikes Back. I have Obi-Wan's Episode 3 lightsaber, and I have this one that I call the Prodigy. So this lightsaber has a backstory, and the backstory is 10 years ago in 2009. Not only did I create this lightsaber, but I created a fan fiction for this lightsaber. Essentially, the fan fiction is, it was based on things that I had been experiencing as a teenager, and I said that I wanted, to basically make things that are based on my life with a Star Wars, touch to it. So I wrote a character, and since you obviously know that I'm a huge fan of Kyle Katarn, hence the name General Katarn, I tried to mix things up, and instead of being Kyle Katarn, I decided to write myself a character that stemmed from him. So I said that okay, yeah, Jan Ors and Kyle Katarn obviously get together and have a son. Then that would be me. And I did some background checking. Kyle Katarn is Caucasian. Jan Ors is part Asian, and she looks kind of like my mom because my mom is also part Asian. So I fit the description. So that's kind of cool. So racially, we're okay. Okay, I'm inclusive. So the thing is, I wanted to be my own character and write my own story. Out of respect for the existing characters, I do not want to tamper with their stories. Right, Johnson. I'm sorry, I'm still very sick. But anyway, so this lightsaber was basically the concept of, my character. And my fan fiction was, based off of Jedi Academy, where you could customize your own lightsaber, and I thought that was a very cool idea, and I stayed true to that concept all those years later. And Jedi Academy has to be one of, if not my favorite Star Wars game of all time. Actually, no, scratch that. Jedi Outcast is my favorite game of all time. Jedi Academy is a close second. So, if I unstuff my nose a bit, there we go. That should help for a few seconds. Basically, I just wanted to show this lightsaber off. So let me get into the technical details. SaberForge lightsabers have two holes on the switch section. They have one hole for their switch and one hole for the recharge port. But what I did, I used both of their holes for two switches And the recharge port is all the way in the chassis, which I'm not going to take out right now. If you haven't seen my other video, please go check it out. But I'm building this lightsaber where I've gutted the whole thing. The recharge port is basically around here, so I have to push the chassis out so that this thing can recharge. So this is live. Okay, so I have a Prism 5.5 soundboard on this. And basically, the Prism soundboard is the next step after a Nano Biscotti soundboard. I've already elaborated that on one of my other videos. And essentially, I wanted this to be a special build. I wanted to give it as much, authenticity, to a lightsaber as I possibly could. That's why I spent a lot of money, time, and care onto this, and I do not regret it one bit. It is a gorgeous piece. However, there is a bichromia here. This is a mirrored finish, and this is a standard silver finish. So I'm gonna take this to a friend to see if he can just even the colors out. He said that he can do something. All I have to do is just unthread the belt clip here. These two screws here that act as chassis retention screws, which is great. And that's that. So let's just fire this up. Originally, one of these two, I have two red buttons, and I decided to use one of them as a retention screw, which, if you can't see on my original drawing here, it is, close to the to the initial drawing, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that was very fortunate. So let's just spark this up.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
So I did kind of, mixing of some sound effects, and here goes. Green die, green, white, white flash on clash, and the special feature of a Prism soundboard is the auxiliary switch. Blaster, deflects, and blade lock. So all these sound very impressive, but I think that this would be better if I had a blade to showcase this properly. And here goes. So let me turn the light off. Let me just move the camera out a bit, and let's just show this off. Beautiful, beautiful green color. That's sound font bank 1. To switch sound fonts, you just hit the auxiliary switch, keep it held down. My personal favorite out of the three. This is a very heavy hilt, so to get the sensitivity, it's kind of tricky. Whereas the Graflex hilt of mine, plus the blade, which is a lot lighter because this is a SaberForge V4 Infinity blade, it is a lot heavier as a blade, and these hilts are heavy as they are, and this is a very long hilt, so the soundboard being at the end here makes it a little difficult, so we do get some registered swings, but the clashes are on point. And the third one that I chose for this hilt, which I believe that is perfectly suitable.
Feel, don't think. Use your instincts.
A very nice, crisp sound effect. So that, everyone, is the Prism Soundboard 5.5 installation. It was a success. I had a lot of tweaking to do. don't get me wrong, I've done a few of these builds, but I always learn something new every time I make an installation, and I always make repairs to my hilts. So I'm going to be making another hilt, a purple colored one that is devoted to my uncle, who in my fan fiction is obviously my master and my mentor figure as he was in real life, because like I said, my fan fiction is based on real life events, and I'm kind of reluctant right now because I want to, be able to present real good story, but at this point, after The Last Jedi and after Ryan Johnson, pretty much anyone can be better than Ryan Johnson. So that's that. That's my lightsaber review. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm 100% satisfied. I just have to even this out a bit, and that's not a problem. So I hope you guys like this. If you are encouraged and you want me to build a lightsaber for your liking, just let me know. I am very happy to build these. It is not, just for commercial uses. It's just I really enjoy the process of making these. It is an absolute joy to assemble these piece by piece, solder them together, and the joy to see them work and being functional is something that is very unique. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, if you want to know anything, just let me know, contact me, and I will be very happy to assist. Until then, General Katarn, out.